हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो.
ये गाना आपने पक्का सुना होगा. Tell me, what do Raj Kapoor, MIT Loni and the Parsis have in common? It's this one little dish called dhansak. Confused, right? Come, let's connect the dots. This is Priyeshwari and you're watching Standing Still, a legacy served hot. Only on the SubCulture. Pune was once the seat of the Marathas, but by 1818, everything changed. After the Third Anglo-Maratha War, Peshwa Bajirao II surrendered, and Pune came under the British control. On one side, a city that grew on its own. Narrow lanes, crowded pits, and vadas tucked into gullies. Life was spilling out onto the streets. This was West Pune, rooted, dense, and deeply local. This was the camp, built by the British, designed with a different purpose. One side evolved, the other was engineered. And even today, this divide still shapes Pune. Camp began to grow. Then came in soldiers, traders, Parsis, Iranis. And with them came in new habits and new appetites. But the food, that did not change. The city was growing, but the way it ate wasn't. Fixed, rotating, home-style Maharashtrian meals. No menus and no questions. You sat at the community table and you ate what was commonly served. A city full of people, but no system that could just cater to them all. For the British and the other outsiders, the food was a little too spicy. Their palate was not built for it.
In those days, there was no concept about restaurants. There used to be only one place as El Burritos, which was in Vekiani Bakery. I don't know if you're aware of that. But where Culinary is, that's where it used to be, which would be a British place, what the British were. And they used to have a horse table at one side because they used to come horseback.
Oh,
and they used to have that, and then they used to have a dancing bar and crispy Italian food.
And even eating felt different. Cutlery versus hands, a habit that felt completely foreign. And that is where a different community quietly walked in. He's not just the man behind the counter. He knows every order, every regular, warm, sharp, and always made conversation. Once a bodybuilder, and he still carries that presence. Somehow holding 150 years together every single day.
So one of the ships landed up in Sanjak. That's the coast of Gujarat.
Yeah.
And when we actually reached over here, here also there was a thing of people who were converting into others. So the king over there did not give us entry. So then the guru who was there, the main leader, he went up to the king and said that please we want shelter.
They were shown a glass of milk filled to the brim. A way of saying there's no more space here. They didn't simply leave.
So all he did was he added sugar, and it did not spur.
Yeah.
And he said we blend like this as sweet as sugar. And that's how the whole concept about Parsi's entry, which impressed the king. And we have taken a few vows that time that we don't convert. So even today, Parsi cannot be converted because of that diet so many 100 years back. So, so that whole culture has been still,
So like new people cannot join.
No one can come a Parsi. You have to be born a Parsi.
A promise that they wouldn't take over. They would blend in and enrich. Or wo instinct, it carried forward. In the middle of the restless, chaotic city, one Parsi man saw an opportunity. Let's switch things up, he thought. Instead of another carnival, he imagined something new for the time. A restaurant. One of India's earliest ones at that. Oh hi, there you are. In 1878, Mr. Dorabjee started a tiny tea stall. वो भी तब जब Zomato नहीं था. No Instagram food bloggers, no must-try reels, no Google reviews deciding where and what people should eat. Slowly, that little tea stall began to grow, one customer at a time.
सगळे लोक यायच्यात. महाराष्ट्रीयन लोक, ख्रिश्चन लोक, पारशी लोक, रेस्कोची लोक. 24 तास भरलेलं असायचं. मला बसायला टाईम मिळत नव्हता.
In the olden days, we used to have the British and the Indians. This was one place that they would eat together.
Okay.
And that was a different thing, because the Indians were never allowed in a British restaurant. But here, both of them were allowed and they used to all sit together and eat. And there were no tables and chairs over here also. Initially, we have photographs where there are actually more tables and chairs. And
How would
people
people-
they were sitting down on the top, that patla, what they call it, no? The Maharashtrian home where they
Yeah.
had. That's how the whole thing is. Because there used to be the Pune racing over,
Yeah.
the horse racing. It was very famous in those days. So they would all come from all over for the racing, come to the Pune station, eat over here, go for the racing, come back in the evening, take a parcel and go back to the station.
Fast forward to 150 years later, people are still showing up here looking for a table. Let us meet someone who has been a part of this legacy for a decade now, Kishan ji.
मी 17 वर्षाचा असताना इथं आलो. माझं घर आहे. मी लहानपणापासूनच जर ओळखतो. पुरी फॅमिली त्यांची. आता मला चांगलं वाटलं ते की हे लोक चांगली आहेत. मला लहानचं मोठं केलं. माझं लग्न झालं इथं. त्यांच्या आजोबाला ओळखतो, वडिलांना ओळखतो. आता हे तर माझ्या सामनेचे लहान बच्चे आहे.
I think he's really good for his age. I mean, he's so old, but he's still so sharp and so smart with the food. So whenever I ask him his age, he always changes. He's that old.
1878 से लेके आज तक काउंटर के पीछे हमेशा एक दोराबजी रहा है. Darius is the 4th generation और अब 5th generation भी ready है. So let's go and meet the new generation, Dallas.
So I've joined the business 2 years ago, and before that I was into metal fabrication and making things out of scrap, metal, aluminum, like the guitar that you see behind me, the flower bouquet, and lots of other things. So I was doing that for around 10, 11 years, and 2 years ago I found interest in the restaurant, and we just joined, and here I am today. It's like a heritage, it's like a legacy. Now I'm the 5th generation, so I'm glad that I'm taking it on and continuing that legacy. So honestly, I really like the look and feel of this place, because as I said, it takes you back in time and gives you that feel of being the oldest restaurant in Pune, second oldest in India. So I would love to keep it that way and intentionally leave it and just maintain it the way it is, because it's very unique and I haven't seen anything like this.
And if you see, these are 3 actually cottages. Where this is the one wall, that's another wall. So you have 3 entrances in each.
Yeah, alright.
So where we are sitting is actually the living room. That's the veranda outside.
Oh, alright.
Then there's the bedroom and the kitchen behind. That's how the 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
But then he came out into one place and we started this concept.
Parsi food loud nahi hota. It does not require too much attention. It is layered. A little sweet, a little sour. Slow cooked and patient. And what's dhansak? A dish that people keep coming back here for.
People come here and they already know, and they're always very curious to know what Parsi food is, because they've seen so many YouTube videos, reels, and so it's not that difficult to sell it. People automatically come and they want to try it, and once they try our food, they keep coming, and we have recurring clients that way.
See, dhan sak basically is dhan and sak. These are 2 things, okay? So dhan is rice and sak is sak, the sabji, which is the dal. That's how the name dhan sak actually has derived. Dhan sak basically is caramelized rice, okay? So you have actually white rice. They call it brown rice, but it's not actually brown rice. It's white rice which is caramelized to the color brown. So that's how it is, the brown rice which comes with it. And the dal is all the dals together, all the vegetables together, meat together, everything is cooked together. It's like a Persian dalcha, what they call. The Muslims call it dalcha, we call it dhan sak. That's the thing. So it has a Parsi masala to it. You just garnish it with that and that's it, yeah.
So, if you haven't already figured it out yet, what do Raj Kapoor, MIT Loni and the Parsis have in common?
My dad has catered to a lot of them for movies. We start off with first is Raj Kapoor, which Bobby, the movie. And that was shot in Pune at Loni. It used to be Raj Bagh over there. Then we catered for Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And then we catered for Feroz Khan, the Kurbani movie, yeah. And in fact, Shashi Kapoor used to come here very often. And he was sitting over here on one of the tables, and he was having a conversation with my sister. He'd come on a wheelchair because that time he was really very ill. And he folded his hands to my sister and said, "I'm really sorry. This is my last meal at your place. I will not be able to come after this because my health is not good." So these are memories that we have about people who've been here. So.
A Bollywood shoot with over 300 hungry crew members. A farm in Loni where Raj Kapoor filmed, where MIT Loni stands today. And a Parsi kitchen that cooked for them all. Dorabjee and Sons. For nearly a century and a half, while everything outside kept changing, new buildings, new trends, new restaurants, this kitchen remained the same.
Managing one place and maintaining the quality of one place is much better than trying to have like 10 different places with lower quality. So I feel as a legacy, we should have one branch and stick to it and focus only on this one branch, because I feel your attention gets divided and then you mess up in quality.
So in fact, we have customers who are coming here and they tell me the first thing, please don't change anything. We have memories. They're about 80, 85 now, and they've dated their girlfriends in college, and they tell us we used to sit on that table over there. This was our table. That waiter used to come and serve us over there. We still come here for that memories and we live that thing again, relive our moments which we have actually gone into.
Same recipes, same patilas, same taste. Maybe that's the secret. In a city that keeps moving forward, some places survive simply, standing still.